From the Frank Beck Chevrolet Studio Annex, once again, it's time for Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenal. And as usual, first things first, if you haven't done so yet, please get down there in the corner and smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much. Uh, 15 minutes. I don't think we're going to go too long today. I have a few things to say about Spartans and the Wolverines tonight. A little bit of trivia involved in that. Pistons played last night. They play again tonight. Red Wings play today. Uh, Throw in a couple of Big Ten college football scores. So let's do this. Folks, you know, the colder weather is closer than you really want it to be. And the first full week in November, I think you're going to realize that. So anyway, that's where the service department at Frank Beck Chevrolet says now is the time, perfect time to make an appointment to make sure your vehicle is ready for the winter weather ahead. Let them check the strength of your battery, your belts and hoses, wiper blades, antifreeze, and more. Plus, now's the perfect time to get that new set of tires so you don't go slipping and sliding down the highway. And if you don't think your car will make it through another rough Michigan winter, let the sales pros at Beck's help you find a vehicle for all seasons. You know, the 2025s are rolling in nearly every day out of the lots, and their selection right now is tops. And you can check out their inventory on their webpage at frankbeckchevy.com, or better yet, stop by the dealership on N99 between Hillsdale and Jonesville and let them help you experience the Frank Beck difference. Chevrolet, together, let's try it. Pause for the cause here, just a second. I don't think my microphone was plugged all the way in. I hope you're hearing me now. Anyway, let's get the Red Wings out of the way first. They played this afternoon at Buffalo and they lost 5-3. They got behind early, 2-0. They did come back and tie the game 3-3, only to see Buffalo come back and score right again to make it a 4-3 game. It stayed that way pretty much the entire third period. Sabres scored an empty net goal, and the final score was 5-3. But once again, the Red Wings were outshot by nearly 2-1. This, folks, is not a recipe for success. This can't continue. They're 4-4 now. A little hard to believe that 8 or 9 games into the season that they haven't played an overtime game yet, but just the way it worked out. They're 4-4 now, but if they have their sights set on making the playoffs, they're going to have to turn this shooting disparity around. Can't keep getting outshot every game nearly 2-1. Now they did the goals today were by who? DeBrincat and Rasmussen and Raymond. Raymond was a shorthanded goal. But again, they got behind early, 2-0. They did come back, as I say, to tie it at 3, only to have right after that Buffalo scored again. It's a quick turnaround for them. Tomorrow night, I think it's a 6 o'clock game at Little Caesars against the Edmonton Oilers. Now, the Oilers, who finished with a flurry last year, they got to the Stanley Cup Finals, getting off a bit of a slow start this year. So maybe they can take advantage of that tomorrow night. We'll see. Anyway, that's the story on the Red Wings. As far as the Pistons are concerned, Cleveland beat them last night, 113, I think, to 111. They hung with them in the first half, pulled away in the second half. Well, you know, I'd like to know. Let's stop and think about this for a minute. Who's making up the schedule, the NBA schedule? Why does a team that only won 13 or 14 games last year, why do they have to start off playing the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers, who were in the conference finals last year, the Cleveland Cavaliers last night, tomorrow night, or I'm sorry, not tomorrow, tonight, at home against the world champion Boston Celtics. Can't they? I mean, can't they play? Look, it's almost like they're not getting it. I'm going to cut to the chase right now and say they're simply not getting it right as far as the schedule maker is concerned. He could have had them playing Washington or Philly or Houston or whatever. No, he's got to play the toughest teams in the NBA right now. The Pacers and the Celtics were involved in the Eastern Finals last year, and the Red Wings got to play them. The Pistons got to play them right out of the gate. Again, but the problem with the Pistons, they don't have any sharpshooters. They don't have a guy that can stand out there behind the arc, 3-point arc, and shoot that ball in with regularity. They just don't. And this game has evolved so much in the last, several years now. It's just simply become a 3-point shooting game. So if you don't have any sharpshooters on your team, you don't have much of a chance. And you got to play some defense too. It's frustrating. It's early. Let's see. When you call this a measuring stick for them tonight to see if they can hang with the Celtics or how long they can hang with them, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for the Red Wings. Pistons, to say the Wings are playing Edmonton tomorrow night. So there may be a lot of people leaving the Lion game tomorrow about 4:30 or so by the time they get out on Ford Field. Head down the street for the Red Wing game tomorrow night. I think that starts at 6 against Edmonton. Give them enough time to get out of the Lion game, catch some dinner downtown, and then go to the Red Wing Oiler game. Make a day and night of it, whatever. College football. Ohio State barely got by Nebraska today. I believe the score was 21-17. Indiana pretty much had an easy time of it with Washington. The last I looked, Oregon was having their way with Illinois. It was 21-3, 28-3, something like that. Number one, Oregon. But the big game for us tonight is, of course, is Michigan State, Michigan at the Big House. Who does this game mean more to? Who's it more important to? Neither one of these two teams is very good, record-wise anyway. I think State has a better team. I don't know who's starting at quarterback for Michigan tonight. We might have to wait right up until game time to find out. But a little trivial fact. Michigan coach Sharon Moore will be attempting to do something that hasn't been done, in 76 years, not since 1948. What is that, you say, or you ask? Well, he is going to, the last time a Michigan coach defeated Michigan State in his first year at the helm, in his first year as head coach in Michigan. You go all the way back to 1948. A fellow by the name of Benny Oosterbaum, his first year as Michigan head coach, defeated, was it Duffy Doherty then? I don't know who was coaching, Biggie Mudd. And it defeated Michigan State. I don't have a final score on that game, but it's 76 years ago. By the way, that was also the last year the Cleveland, back then they were the Indians, now they're the Guardians. Last year, Cleveland won a World Series. Poor Indian fans. 1948, I believe they defeated the Boston Braves back then to win the World Series. Bob Feller and Bob Lemon and the whole gang back then. Anyway, bit of trivia. Let's do this, and we'll talk a little bit about the Titans and the Lions tomorrow, and then wrap it up. I've told you many times before, I wouldn't be able to do this were it not for the great help and assistance, technical assistance of one Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, 37 Walter Street, pardon me, and a couple 100 feet west of Howell. The man to see. This is the guy. We're so blessed to have a man like this, of his technical knowledge in our area, in our midst. Tim Lindley, Quality PC, downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street, for all your any technical needs at all. Computers, new or used, maybe the computer you have now needs some work done on it. Flat screen, big TV, mounted, programmed, internet installation, printers, new or used, anything at all, any technical needs at all. This is the guy in our area that you want to see for all your tech sales and service. Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street, 517-610-5372. Or better still, get in there again, as I said, and see him. He's at 37 Waldron Street, across the street from Fat Jack's Automotive. And when you get in there, please tell him Mickey and I sent you. Will you please? Thank you very much. He's also one of the nicest men you're ever going to want to meet. So say hi to Tim. Titans and Lions, 1 o'clock tomorrow. Lions are what? 11 and a half point favorites. I said this morning I'll take the Lions and lay the points. What this game amounts to is the Lions offense against the Tennessee defense. It's a very good defense. And there's an outside linebacker on this Tennessee defense by the name of Harold Landry. And he's only 28. He recorded, I believe, 12 and a half sacks the last 2 years. If the Lions were to trade for him, they'd have control of him for at least a couple more years yet. That's one. That's the latest hot rumor is Harold Landry of the Tennessee Titans. Yesterday, T.J. Lang on the 97 won the ticket with Mike Valenti and Rico Beard. Says he hasn't given up on Max Crosby yet. I haven't either. Until the trade deadline comes and goes, I'm not going to give up on Max Crosby yet either. I would hope that Brad Holmes doesn't wait until the 11th hour on November the 5th. What is that, 10 days from now to get something done? I would prefer he get something done in the next couple of days so they'd have whoever they get, they'd have them to available to play at Lambeau Field next week against the Packers. Anyway, looking around the NFC North Division, the Vikings have lost 2 in a row now after the Rams beat them Thursday night 20-10. The Vikings secondary has not looked all that good the last couple of weeks. And the Vikings also got the Honolulu flu, which every team that plays the Lions get, because they turn around and lose the next game. That's happened 5 out of 5 times now. All 5 Lion victories. The team that they beat lost the following week. So they're referring to that now as the Honolulu flu. Packers tomorrow are at Jacksonville to play the Jaguars. I think they're 4 or 4.5 point favorites. I think the Jaguars are going to win that game outright. Just a question of how many interceptions is Jordan Love going to throw tomorrow. And then in a 4:25 game, I think on CBS, you've got the Bears at the Commanders. I don't know yet. Jaden Daniels practiced yesterday. It may be a game time decision of whether or not he plays or not. But in spite of that, regardless of whether he does or not, I think the Commanders will win this game. They've got a very good defense. It'll be their defense against the Bear defense. But that gets you around the NFC North Division. One last thing, too, before we depart. The Lions did make a couple of roster moves just a little while ago. They brought up edge Al-Quadin Muhammad. I don't think I'm pronouncing that properly. Al-Quadin Muhammad and the tight end Shane Zylstra. Here's what Campbell had to say about Muhammad. He's going to set an edge. He's going to play hard. He's competitive. He's a finisher. He's got a little bit of rush ability. That's what Campbell said of Muhammad yesterday. He's more of a kind of a push the pocket power and then plays off that. about him coming in to do some of the dirty work and bring your lunch pail type guy. He's going to give us a day's work is really what we're anticipating, and we really are. Really all we need him out there. In addition to Muhammad, as I say, they brought up Lions plan to play edge Isaiah Thomas at the edge position tomorrow too, after signing him from the Bengals practice squad a couple of weeks ago. Like Muhammad, Thomas hasn't seen the field since 2022, but Campbell expressed excitement to see him this week. He says he's in a good place, and we're excited to see him play. Campbell said yesterday. Terrell Williams, their defensive line coach, and I were talking about it this morning because he's got length, he's got good size, strength. He's smart and he plays hard. So it'll be exciting to see how he does tomorrow. For the first time in the past 3 games, the Lions chose not to elevate Isaac Ukwu. He will remain on the practice squad this week and is ineligible to play tomorrow versus the Titans. So, Aquanin Muhammad and Isaiah Thomas will be trying to get after the Tennessee quarterback tomorrow. I guess it's Will Levis. I guess he's playing. Yeah, I was told this morning that he will be playing tomorrow, so they'll be trying to get after him. Okay, I think I got you guys caught up on everything here. That's going to about do it. Don't forget, then every Saturday morning here locally from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM, Time Out with Andy and Jed. And I will talk to you again Tuesday. So enjoy the game tonight. May the best team win. And remember, please treat each other with respect. Have a good rest of your weekend. Go Lions, and so long, everybody.